Move on to 3.12 Chancellor's reports.
Good afternoon or good evening, everyone. I'd like to, before I turn it over to the presidents to make their report, I want to congratulate our students on their graduation, either with a certificate or AA degree. And I look forward to the celebrations that will be forthcoming. Some of them will be in person in terms of a celebration or a party. Others will be a virtual graduation. So to all of the graduates of 2022, as I said in my message, I feel that you're like a phoenix, coming out of the COVID and going out to face a brave new world. So congratulations to you. I'd like to start with our traditional alphabetical order, starting with Berkeley City College, then followed by College of Alameda, Laney College, and then Merritt College. So with that, I'll turn it over to Dr. Angélica Garcia from Berkeley City College.
Thank you. Good evening, President Napoleon Bellarice, members of trustees on the dais, those joining us via Zoom, Chancellor Jackson, colleagues. In addition to the written board report that's in your packets, I just want to share a few comments. This past Sunday, I had the privilege of serving as the keynote closing speaker at UC Berkeley for the Transfer Bridges program, where 300 admitted California Community College transfer students were here for multiple days to learn of the community, acquaint themselves with campus, and ultimately to see if UC Berkeley and the Bay Area would be their home. Amongst that group, there were 40 students from the Bay Area, and the Transfer Bridges program focuses on first generation, low income students of color. So it's the student leadership groups at UC Berkeley that host this weekend. As part of my comments, it really was just sharing the importance of whether it's UC Berkeley or another four-year institution. The most important thing is, if pursuing a bachelor's degree is their goal, that they take advantage of the opportunity to do so. Unbeknownst to me, there was one of our BCC transfer students who was in the room who declared and committed to UC Berkeley after that afternoon. And so I just want to take a moment to acknowledge BCC scholar Treasure Bhutan, who committed to UC Berkeley and will become a Cal Bear along with the other hundreds of students this fall. So I saw President Johnson doing a little Go Bears. Just a lot of energy. It was phenomenal. And I will say this, that it was on Mother's Day. When I agreed to the event, I didn't really know that it was on Mother's Day, but I had the chance to take my daughter. And I don't think that there's another place I would have rather been than to promote that kind of energy for students. Since our last board meeting on April 29th, on Friday, April 29th, Peralta Colleges Foundation hosted a fireside chat where the mayor of Berkeley, Jesse Arreguin, and Senator Skinner joined us for a phenomenal conversation. There was a lot of great ideas, passion for the community shared, a lot of attendance. I want to thank Trustee Delphine Polk for being there in attendance with representation of the trustees, Chancellor Jackson, Dr. Droker, and other colleagues. It really was great to share the BCC story and the focus of the work that we're doing for some of our long-term planning. As a result of that, Senator Skinner shared information with us that the California Legislature's Women Caucus funds a scholarship program. And so this is something that likely all the presidents received information. It's the Minerva Scholarship Program for female California residents. And so want to encourage all Peralta students, female students, to apply for this scholarship. It's a $2,500 scholarship. And when application of those local winners, then they become candidates of a $10,000 Golden Minerva Scholarship. And these are unrestricted funds for students to use to pursue higher education. So we want to make sure that our Peralta students know that. As the BCC Classified Senate report included, we do have an end of the year celebration on campus on May 25th during college hour, where we plan to host lunch, some raffle prizes, and really just pause as a community to thank the tireless work that classified professionals, faculty, managers, community members have done over this past year to serve students. So if you are in the neighborhood and you would like to join us on May 25th during college hour, you are most invited. And just in closing, I want to take it back to our students. I really want to close with a well wish for students who have gotten to this point. You're preparing final exams, papers, projects. The nights can seem really long. And I wish all of our students the best of luck, and to trust their energy and trust their gut that they are prepared for what is about to happen, whether it's finishing with one of our colleges and going into the work field or transferring, or if it's finishing this semester to start again. Hopefully, there's a lot of rejuvenated energy amidst that. So with that, that'll close my remarks for this evening. Thank you.
Good evening, President Reese, trustees, Chancellor Jackson, colleagues, and guests. I'm pleased to provide the report for the College of Alameda this evening. First, I'd like to share some things that we've been doing pertaining to student engagement and student services. First, College of Alameda Financial Aid Spring Fair was held on April the 13th. Outdoors in our quad area, over 160 students attended the event. The event featured carnival themes, games, prizes, raffles. It was a lot of fun. Participants also got down to business. They learned about opportunities related to financial aid, how to complete their financial aid files, as well as additional information regarding federal and state financial aid opportunities. They scheduled appointments to receive additional assistance with completing their FAFSA and DREAM Act applications. Also, College of Alameda English to Speakers of Second Languages Department participated in the Afghan Refugee Resource Fair at the Alameda Point Waterfront Park. Attendees showed great interest in the college ESOL non-credit classes, and 37 new students signed up to take English language classes for the fall of 2022. Also, the College of Alameda Accesso program, in collaboration with the Fab Lab, hosted 29 students from high school seniors from Castlemount High School for a visit to the college campus. Students participated in a tour of the campus, received admission presentation highlighting our college's degrees and certificate and transfer opportunities, as well as special programs that will support them in their journey. Students also had an opportunity to experience hands-on activities in the Fab Lab, where they got a chance to play with some of the cool toys and make mementos to take home with them to represent their visit. Also, the college COA dance professor, Danny Nguyen, and his dance students will be performing at a showcase of Asian American choreography celebrating Asian American and Pacific Islander Month on Saturday, May 14th at 1:45 to 2:45 at Peace Plaza in San Francisco. Admission is open to the public and free of charge. On April the 26th, the College of Alameda's Student Activity and Campus Life kicked off its Asian America and Pacific Islander Heritage Month with a free food and fun activities. Art instructor Drew Burgess led hands-on crafts, followed by cooking classes with students learning how to make and eat delicious spring rolls, including me. I tried my hand at it. I don't know that I'm going to be making spring rolls as a profession, but I gave it the good old college try. So also we will have other events on May 13th, and then we'll have our final event on May 16th. As you are aware, that we'll be celebrating our virtual commencement on May the 27th. I thank you all for your speeches that you've done online. I hope yours went well. And thank you, Joe, for coming out to the campus to tee up mine as well. So I appreciate that. So it's going to be virtual, but then there's also going to be a live event on the 27th from 2 to 4 on campus, where we'll have an opportunity for students to come by, take photos, get gifts, and celebrate with some of their immediate family and friends. Lastly, I would like to do a staff spotlight. One of our custodians, Miss Wanda Lee, not only takes care of our facilities and keeping them clean, but she also on a regular basis gets involved with our free produce market. She's out there volunteering and also providing translation services to community members that come to the event. It's always a pleasure. I enjoy the times when I'm able to go out there, roll up my sleeves, run along with her and the rest of our wonderful colleagues in serving the community. It gives me great pleasure that colleagues such as Wanda make our slogan, COA Cares, not just a slogan, but an actual way of conducting the business of the college. So that ends my report for this evening.
Good evening, Chancellor Jackson, President Napoli of Belarus, members of the governing board, colleagues in education, valued community members, and of course, our very important students. I'd like to take the board back a few weeks to an agreement that you approved first for the district with Huron and then Laney College with Huron. And I imagine just as a carpenter works, it's great to see kind of the fruits of the labor. And I want to share some of that with you tonight, especially regarding our agreement between Laney College and Huron. Thanks to that contract, it has already resulted in more than 1,400 Pell Grant records being successfully transmitted through the system, which has now resulted in the district's ability to recoup $2.2 million in Pell Grant funds for this academic year. Just again, wanted to start by sharing that bit of good news with the board for the work it's done. On Saturday, April 30th, the 100 Black Men of the Bay Area organization held its first Career Expo event at Laney College, as I shared was going to happen in my last board report. With me, the day began with welcoming remarks from Joseph Frank of Wells Fargo Bank, Julius Robinson of Union Bank and their foundation, Dorian Giles, who is a personal brand agent for professional athletes, a sports agent telling his story, and really was a great event that hosted a number of area high school students. And there were panels in place, including one that featured Laney College carpentry professor Matthew Wolpe. It was really a privilege, in addition, to welcome many dignitaries to Laney that included Council Member Lauren Taylor, as well as County Supervisor Keith Carson, along with a host of others that even included Peralta Colleges Foundation Board Vice President, Dr. Joseph Simmons. This event was a success thanks to the planning and collaboration that took place at Laney. And I mentioned the individuals in my last board report, but my gratitude certainly remains for all at Laney that really gave of their time to make this Saturday event a success. And we certainly look forward to next year. Speaking of our Peralta Colleges Foundation, we at Laney, of course, are looking forward to the actually the May 23rd golf tournament. And what you may not know is there are quite a few individuals at Laney that have been promoting the tournament to our community partners. And I would like to thank and appreciate Dr. David Lee in particular, who through his outreach has actually gotten 3 community members to register for the tournament. And that's something that is greatly appreciated. Our successes continue in other areas. Laney College received a grant. It was the seating strategies to close the calculus equity gap. And we along with the other 3 Peralta colleges were awarded a $100,000 grant. And I think what's significant there, I'll share I think we talked about statistics. I'll give you the number 15. That's the number of colleges or districts in the state that got awarded this grant. So we're in pretty good company. Receiving this news, Math Department Chair David Ross noted that the project would not have been successfully funded without the collaboration from Laney math faculty professors Kyla O, Anna Werner, and Kathy Williamson. Also, I would like to express appreciation to Vice President of Instruction, Dr. Becky Absada, as well as the Dean of Math and Sciences, Mr. Angel Fuentes Figueroa. And in closing, I just would like to also share, and this is like the 3rd time our student body president mentioned something that I was going to say in my board report. I would like to extend congratulations. Of course, there are finals ahead and final projects and things, but would like to extend my congratulations to our associated students of Laney College leaders, all of whom were accepted to the institutions that Mr. Home Run told you about earlier tonight. So we all share in their success, and I'll, of course, look forward to hearing all the things they do in the future. And with that, that concludes my report tonight.
Okay, good evening, everyone. President Napoli Bell-Reese, trustees, chancellor, colleagues, and community members. As an aside, I just noticed that the latest issue of the Citizen just came out. And it appears that I'm featured in one of the articles. So let me sit up and get this right. So I'm pleased to report that Merritt Soul has returned to campus. So you might wonder, what is SOUL? SOUL stands for, it's an acronym standing for Sustaining Oakland Urban Lives. And it represents an effort on the part of the college to engage and support our students and the greater community. It's led by Ms. Doris Hankins, the Director of Student Activities and Campus Life at Merritt College. And she works in concert with the Alameda County Food Bank, our Natural History and Sustainability Department, EOPS, ASMC, to do a soft launch. So we did a soft launch. We might recall when we were in front of Eastmont Mall across the street, and we were doing with Steph Curry's foundation. So we've moved the effort back up to Merritt College. And so we initiated that soft launch on Thursday, April 28th. And we worked out of the ASMC student chambers, and we were able to provide over 100 meals to families in need. So going forward, we're going to be working out of room 124, building R, with May 19th being the next date. So I encourage everyone to avail themselves of the opportunity to either pick up or help pass out meals to our students and community members. Next, I'm very excited to share that late last month, the United States Congress designated the Peralta Community College District to receive congressionally directed community project funds, basically earmarks, as part of the Omnibus Appropriations Act 2022. So specifically, the Appropriations Act designated $500,000, $500,000, y'all, in support of Merritt College's cybersecurity program, which is going to include the purchase of equipment and the expansion of career education efforts. So for that, I want to formally thank Chancellor Jackson and Trustee Linda Handy for all of their work and advocacy to make this happen. We formally accepted the grant by the May 2nd deadline, and Dr. Denise Richardson, who serves as our VP of Instruction, will serve as a point person going forward. Finally, I'd like to recognize a student. Her name is Miss Sabrina Sablin, and she is the Merritt College 2022 President's Medallion Award winner. Ms. Sablin maintains a 3.82 GPA and will graduate this month with a degree in business. This after graduating last year with a degree in psychology. And in her application for this award, she shared that she has had to support herself since she was 13 years old. That's the age she was when her mother passed away. Subsequent to that, she became a single mother. She's been homeless and had to confront various other personal issues. But education, as she shared in her application, became her lifeline. Her words, I overcame my self-doubt, my anxiety, as well as my fears, and decided to sign up. It was the best thing I've ever done. College literally saved my life. Found my purpose and passion in school. So after graduation, she plans to transfer, but also continue her entrepreneurial pursuits as she currently runs not one, but 2 small businesses that she founded. So please join me in congratulating her in receiving this award and wishing her success going forward. So in closing, like some of our other presidents have said, we're winding it down at the end of the semester. So the students, good luck, bear down. The finish line is in sight. I need you to run through the tape. So this concludes my report from Merritt College.
Thank you, Presidents. This is the best time of the year when you see the fruits of your labor. And so we are going to do great celebratory get-togethers to let our students know how proud we are of them. Thank you very much. I'll turn it back over to you, President Reese.
Thank you. It is. It's wonderful to hear all that's happening this time of the year. And it's also wonderful to remember what they had to do to get to this point. And I think we celebrate the victories and hard won and hard done, but it was all the challenges and the relentlessness that got them there. So exciting and inspiring. Thank you all. All right, let's move on to the public hearing 4.1.